Vaccinated residents in New South Wales could be able to visit pubs, clubs and attend live sporting events as early as next month. The New South Wales government is expected to reveal a roadmap out of the state's harshest lockdown next week, which will rely heavily on vaccination rates. Double-vaccinated football fans are expected to be welcomed at Bankwest Stadium early next month when the Socceroos host a crucial World Cup qualifier at Bankwest Stadium, according to the Sunday Telegraph. Hospitality venues and pubs are also preparing for an October reopening, with more than 80% of hospitality workers either fully vaccinated or planning to get the jab by next month. Spring racing is also expected to return in time for the Everest on October 16 under a bold plan put forward by Racing Minister Kevin Anderson. The races would be open to a limited number of vaccinated attendees who would be subject to mask wearing and temperature checks. The plan is awaiting the approval of New South Wales Health. It comes as the number of COVID cases in New South Wales rose to around 1,500 yesterday. The chairman of Lifeline has declared the mental health pandemic is real and it is a crisis.
The pressure on the health department is starting to show. Some cases ready to be cleared from isolation are waiting 7 days for officials to contact them.
It's a sign of the stressed health system that we're currently in. The world is in massive stress, the entire world.
New South Wales has recorded 1,533 infections. 80% are from southwest and western Sydney. 38 infections are in western New South Wales, most of them in Dubbo. A further 9 cases have been detected in the remote town of Wilcannia. 4 more people have died with the virus. None had been vaccinated.
I just want to express my condolences to each of those people's families and friends. The passing of a family member or a friend is always extremely sad.
1,041 COVID patients are in hospital, 173 in ICU, 137 are not vaccinated, 62 require ventilation. The number of cases in hospital are forecast to peak in October. Firefighters and paramedic graduates are on standby to step in to provide additional support.
Tomorrow we're going to have a Super Sunday vaccination blitz for all police, fire and emergency services personnel who live in those 12 LGAs of concern, to make sure that we have all of our frontline workers vaccinated.
It's not just our hospitals under stress. Residents are feeling the effects of lockdown. The chair of Lifeline says the mental health shadow pandemic is not in the shadows. More people are calling the help service than ever before.
We're now averaging over 1,000 calls a day in New South Wales. 2 years ago, that was 28% less. That was around 700 and something calls.
There has been a significant increase in children and adolescents experiencing stress, depression and anxiety. We're being reminded of the importance of spending time outdoors and sticking to a routine and exercising. Medical advice is vaccines are our way out of lockdown. 72% of New South Wales adults have received their first dose. Gabriella Power, Sky News, Sydney.